Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight. We've got NASCAR Heat 5 action on the channel. So as of this week, we finished up the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series Season 1. As promised when we started NASCAR Heat 5 way back in early July, I mentioned to you guys that we were going to do 2 seasons of each of those 3 series. One with stages, one without. In the first seasons, we also did custom schedules. This time we will be doing the actual schedules that were put in place for the 2020 season before COVID hit, of course, so that way we get all the racetracks in. So without further ado, we are going to hop into this one. We start with the Truck Series tonight at Daytona, Xfinity Series tomorrow at Daytona, and then the Daytona 500 on Saturday, so a little bit of a Speed Weeks action. Same week as we have Championship Week leading up to this point, so it'll be a lot of fun over the next 3 days, that is for sure. So here we go. Jeffrey Dunn, Jackson Thomas, King, welcome to the stream, everybody that is joining in here in this one. Do I like Star Wars? Not really a big Star Wars fan, honestly. Actually, I've never watched a single Star... I mean, I've watched bits and pieces of some of the Star Wars movies, but yeah, I've never actually sat down and watched one from start to finish. Brandon Garcia, welcome to the stream also. So it's up to you guys down in the chat. I'll wait a couple minutes before we actually get the vote going here, but you guys get to vote in the this live stream, in the live chat, for who I want to use in the Truck Series tonight, and then the Xfinity Series tomorrow. We'll wait on the Xfinity Series vote until tomorrow night, but tonight we will be doing the Truck Series vote. So basically, over the next couple of minutes, I'll just look at the chat as we start to get more people in here. And obviously, whoever I see the most of name-wise is who I will be in the Truck Series. Now, I will say we are not going to use Chase Elliott because we just used Chase Elliott in Season 1 with the fan vote. And we will not be using Kyle Busch because we used Kyle Busch in the Xfinity Series, virtue of your guys' fan vote before we started that season also. So anybody in the Truck Series outside of Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott, we will be using. No custom truck either. So any Truck Series driver, I'll just kind of scroll through these, let you guys look at who the truck field is in case you guys can't quite remember everybody off the top of your head. Cindy Duncan, welcome to the stream also. Patrick Shatterley, welcome to the stream also. And we do have 2 for Ross Chastain early on. Coincidentally, Chastain finished second in the championship behind me, racing as Elliott in Season 1. We got Matt Kraft and Johnny Sutter. Anthony Alfredo is not in the Truck Series in this game. Only in the Xfinity. So we got 2 for Crafton right now. We've got 2 for Chastain. 1 for Sauter is what I'm seeing so far in the chat. And Jackson's changing his mind to Matt Crafton now. So we got 3 for Crafton, 1 for Sauter, and 1 for Chastain right now. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. $100 laps getting ready to get set here tonight at Daytona as well. And we are stage racing for this season. So King has changed his to Alfred. Well, I guess he didn't change it. Sam Mayer is not in the game unless they added him. If they added him in, let me see here. I don't think I saw him first time. Oh. No. Yeah, Sam Mayer isn't in the game. He's only running he's only ran 4 races this year, I think. Probably why. I'll give you guys about another minute or so. Get the vote going here. We got 9 people in the chat currently. Thanks for everybody tuning in very early on here. Again, currently in the fan vote to see who we will be for this final Truck Series season on NASCAR Heat 5. Ooh, we got Sheldon Creed. Jeffrey Dunn taking Sheldon Creed there. Interesting one. John Hunter Nemechek. So far, Crafton's leading the vote. Give garbage. Brent Cullen, welcome to the stream. Got 12 people in the chat now. 14 people joining in. We haven't even gotten the race underway yet. Thanks for everybody tuning in here. Again, in the middle of a fan vote. I'll give you guys about another 30 seconds. So far, Crafton's still leading the fan vote for who I will use for this final championship mode season for the Truck Series on NASCAR Heat 5. Called 88, welcome to the stream. No, Sam Mayer is not in the game, unfortunately. So, yeah, Jeffrey Dunn just asked that a little bit ago, but welcome to the stream anyway. So we've got 4 for Matt Crafton already. He's the only, I mean, he's leading the fan vote here by 3 right now. It's looking like it's going to be Matt Crafton. So, the fans have spoken, and it looks like Matt Crafton is going to be the Truck Series driver. Yeah, Truex isn't in the Truck Series, but we got 2 for Jennifer Jo Cobb, but we have 4 for Matt Crafton from what I saw down there. So Crafton is going to lead the fan vote. Once I find him here, I missed him first time. There we go. So Matt Crafton is who we are going to be for this season. Interesting fact with me being from Northwest Ohio, Thor Motorsports is actually based out of Sandusky, about 45 minutes east of where I live. So one of the rare teams in really any series that isn't based and located out of the Charlotte area, North Carolina area. They're actually out of Sandusky, Ohio. I have seen the facility from the outside. I actually have not been in there before. Definitely something I'd have to do at some point in time, that's for sure. So here we go, Matt Crafton for this championship season. We'll see if we can get Crafton his 4th career Truck Series championship. I'm not sure who's got the most off the top of my head and what that number is. You know what? I'm going to actually look that up here for a second while the game is loading. No practice, no qualifying. Going to start from the rear in tonight's race at Daytona. 100 laps. There is stage racing, and I believe the first stage is only 20 laps, so we're going to have to hustle our way through the field if we're going to want to get that stage win from the start. I know Ron Hornaday won a decent amount of championships, but I'm not... here. Now let's see. Come on, internet. There we go. So yeah, that's what I thought. Ron Hornaday Jr.'s won the most Truck Series titles. He's got 4 of them. Crafton's got 3. He is tied with Jack Sprague for 2nd all-time for most Truck Series championships there. Wearing an Orioles hat? No, I'm wearing a Tigers hat. I would not be wearing an Orioles hat. Ashton G, welcome to the stream. Who's replacing Johnson next season? If I had to guess, it's either going to be Eric Jones or Kyle Larson. If they could get Kyle Larson, they'll take Kyle Larson. If they can't get Kyle Larson because of either sponsorship, if Larson can't get the sponsorship on his side, then it's likely going to be Eric Jones, if I had to guess. But definitely one of those two. I don't see anybody outside of those guys. Just wanted to vote. No problem there, Jackson. Thanks for stopping by. Look like an Orioles bird. No, it's the English D. It's just the fuzziness of the camera probably throws it off a little bit. Alright, so no practice, no qualifying for tonight's race at Daytona, the Nextera Energy 250. As usual, realistic broadcast for these seasons. Final Truck Series season on NASCAR Heat 5 starts right here, right now, here tonight. Josh Reaume on the pole for the start of the race. Riley Herbst will be starting from the rear. Tyler Hill looking a little bit slow, but it is Daytona after all. Any one of these 32 drivers could win this race. You will be seeing transitions in the daylight / nighttime with the stages this season, so that'll be interesting to watch out for as well. But the green flag is in the air. The final season for the Truck Series in NASCAR Heat 5 is underway. 100 laps, 250 miles, but for right now, we're going to see who's going to win Stage 1 in the next 20 laps, and with no qualifying or practice, Crafton's going to have to get through the field as quick as he can here. Oh, look at the move by Crafton up the middle. And now he had to get on the brakes all of a sudden. Tanner Gray in that middle line. Tanner Gray got loose into turn 3 also, but that whole middle lane just jacked up down the backstretch. Crafton was able to gain a handful of positions on the opening lap of the race. Oh, and he about got turned. I believe that was John Hunter Nemechek behind him that just about turned him on that left rear corner panel of Crafton's truck. Man, oh man. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Remember, this is the only super speedway race of the regular season for the Truck Series. Could be one of the only shots for a random wild card winner to get their way into the playoffs if the stars align for themselves here tonight. And obviously, not only a win you're in, but you do have to place in the top 20 in points with that win to actually qualify yourself for the playoffs. Crafton's truck's moving around quite a bit right now, but it'll take him a little bit to get used to the truck without any practice. And in board 23, welcome to the stream. Tanner Gray just about hooked Matt Crafton all of a sudden going into turn 1. Got right on that right rear corner panel, and Crafton has not been getting hit square in the bumper when it comes to these bump drafts so far. Wesley Robbins, welcome to the stream, and also Ray Howard, welcome to the stream. Crafton moving to the outside now through turns 3 and 4 to the outside of Brett Moffitt. He's got Zane Smith right in front of him in the 21 truck. Crafton up the middle all of a sudden now, trying to get on by Zane Smith. Just outside the top 10, only 17 laps to go in Stage 1. Here in this one, you're not going to see any pit stops in the opening stage of the race, that is for certain. These guys can easily make it upfield to the end of the stage. Likely going to be seeing pit stops at the stage break so they can make it to the end of Stage 2 without having to pit under green also. Crafton trying to bump draft Spencer Boyd now down the back straightaway. Crafton gets out of the gas, ducks in line all of a sudden behind Moffitt. The 0-2 of Fogelman and Moffitt were moving around quite a bit there off of turn 4. Crafton now jumps up in front of Boyd. Looking back to the outside again. See Ross Chastain up here just in front of Crafton. Crafton getting a big run into turns 1 and 2 on that outside lane. Trying to do what he can right now. Those trucks on the inside are staying hooked to that double yellow line pretty easily. not wanting to move out of the way.
Still there. Still there. Careful. Still there.
Oh, this is a PS4 there, Leslie. 3 wide through the tri-oval. So hard to run 3 wide in these trucks compared to, say, even the Cup Series and the Xfinity, just with how wide these trucks are and how big they are compared to the other stock cars and the other series around this racetrack in particular. Even through the tri-oval right there, it was definitely tight to go 3 wide, but Crafton's got a teammate now in front of him all of a sudden. Grant Enfinger Crafton just goes to the inside of him instead to go 3 wide. More points you can get, obviously, in these stages, the better, and knowing the regular season title will obviously be on the line also. Definitely going to want to score your best. Jennifer Joe Cobb, Austin Hill trying to work the outside, not working out too well for him, though. And of course, again, the beginning of speed weeks for the final season of NASCAR Heat 5. Big run there by Crafton, down to the inside of Tyler Hill in the 56 truck. There's a big gap up there. The top 3 have just absolutely pulled away from Austin Wayne Self in 4th, and the truck's on back. Crafton works to the inside of Austin Wayne Self for that 4th position. It's going to be tough to catch these leaders out in front. Tyler Ankrum leads the field right now for GMS. Just 13 laps to go in stage 1. Who will get the first playoff point of the season? Take the initial points lead here. Looks like Jordan Anderson in 2nd, followed by Josh Reum, the pole sitter, in 3rd. Crafton's starting to pull these guys behind him now all of a sudden. Looks like he's got some decent single truck speed. Barely in the draft to Ryu, but he's able to pull away from the trucks back behind him. AZ TepX, welcome to the stream. And now the top 4 have just absolutely pulled away from everybody else. Crafton sneaks to the inside of Ryu, who went high, maybe hoping for Crafton to follow him. He didn't. Crafton in the back bumper of Anderson now, trying to push him to the inside of the 26. Couldn't quite do that either. The top 4 are about 0.8 of a second ahead of 5th on back. Anderson goes high. He gets shuffled out of line now. Reum's going to be able to push Crafton up to 2nd. And there's a couple truck lengths down between Ankrum and Crafton. Matt Crafton started 31st from the rear of the field all the way up to 9th already. Now trying to get a big run. You don't want to wait till the last lap of the stage to make the move. You never know if you're going to get a caution that could end the stage if it happens late enough. Aztep's got it. Well, welcome anyway, Azteps, to the stream. A lot of people watching tonight for the first race of the season and for speed weeks here on the channel. Once again for NASCAR Heat 5, these final seasons for the championship mode for this game. Crafton is closing in on Tyler Ankrum, just a handful of laps into the race, but these stages go by quick. The races in general in the Truck and Xfinity series go by quick. Ankrum trying to get to the lead for the first time tonight. He is all over. Should say Crafton is trying to get to the lead for the first time tonight. He's all over the back of Ankrum right now. Just can't find his way to get around him. Not using the wheel tonight. We alternate back and forth quite a bit. It's a little easier to make the broadcasting calls with the controller, and I try to do the realistic broadcasts. That we've been having problems with it disconnecting on us at random times over the last couple months, so. Man, Tyler Ankrum just pulled away from Crafton off of turn 2. There is a big gap now in between 1st and 2nd, and if Crafton gets the run on Ankrum, That could be the run he needs to get to the lead. And that second pack starting to close on to 4th place. That is being led by Grant Enfinger, another Thor Motorsport truck. Three trucks all aligned to the outside. I'm trying to stay where Ankrum is not, because once Crafton gets in that draft of Ankrum, it seems like he just kind of pulls away from the trucks behind him. I will get a PS5 eventually, just not initially when it releases. Ooh, into turns 1 and 2 there. Crafton got a little tight. Man, that 26 truck of Ankrum is really strong out at the front of the field here. A giant single file line in the early going of this race. Crafton's got a big run on Ankrum going into turn 3. Massive run, but he's got no help behind him anymore. A little bit of a bobble in 3 and 4, and just like that, he's going to lose some time. Here comes Grant Enfinger trying to make his way up to 3rd, and if he can get to the back bumper of his teammate Crafton, maybe they can work together. There's just 7 laps to go to win the opening stage of the season now. Big run on the outside there. It is just amazing how fast that 26 of Ankrum is. Looking like one of the better trucks in the early going of the race tonight. Bumpers have a line with the Thor Motorsport teammates running 2nd and 3rd. We are doing stages now, Ray. A little risky now. Enfinger Crafton trying to work that outside lane. I believe that's Brett Moffitt in 4th place, trying to get the run to the inside. Oh man, Enfinger gets hung out to dry on the top. Moffitt gets the pole now behind Crafton. Crafton had to protect the inside. Brett Moffitt was getting a big run there down the end of the front stretch. And now Moffitt's going to try to push Crafton up there. Five laps to go. This time by at the line. Crafton's got a big run on Ankrum again. Can he make a move with it? He fakes high, looks low. Now to the inside of Tyler Ankrum for the lead into turn 1. Ankrum on the outside, Crafton on the inside. First time somebody's been able to get alongside of Crafton, or Ankrum rather, when Ankrum has gotten to the lead. And Crafton's run stalled out all of a sudden. Brett Moffitt tries to give him a push down the back straightaway. Crafton jumps back to the inside now, in line behind Ankrum. He had a shot to get him there, but he was not able to clear him. Another big run off of turn 4. Right on that left rear quarter panel. Big side draft by Crafton. At the line, I think Ankrum led the lap. I think by inches, Tyler Ankrum still led the lap. Look at the run he's got going into turn 1, but he can't clear Crafton. Help now coming from Chastain. He about hooked him. He didn't hit him square. They're still dead even now. Down the backstretch, caution is out. Caution is out for the first time tonight, and that will end stage 1. And by inches, Tyler Ankrum wins the opening stage of the race. Tough break there for Crafton. That was a close call for who got the stage win. at the timing of the yellow. And again, that goes to show why you cannot sit around and wait for the last lap. Crafton sought the opportunity, but he wasn't able to quite get there. Going to go through his first set of tires here under this first pit stop of the race. Ankrum wins the race off of pit road after winning stage 1. Crafton going to try to lead the outside on the restart. Green flag back in the air. Who will win stage 2? We'll find out here in about another 21 laps. Good restart on the top there by Crafton. He's going to get the nose out ahead of Ankrum, but he doesn't have a lot of help from behind. And look at Ross Chastain. Chastain to the bottom, takes it 3 wide for the lead into turn 1. Ankrum starts to fall out of line, and now it's Chastain leading the bottom all of a sudden. Ankrum lost a ton of spots on the restart. Oh, big side draft down the back straightaway. Chastain almost cleared Matt Crafton. Crafton sucked him back with the side draft, and Crafton is going to be able to clear Chastain to the bottom of the track. Matt Crafton working the outside to perfection on the restart. Did not lead a lap at all in stage 1. Is about to lead his first lap of the race, this time by in stage 2. But Tyler Hill is coming on the outside now, being pushed by Jordan Anderson in the 3. Hill to the lead and clears Crafton on the bottom of the track. Hanging out Jordan Anderson to dry as Chastain tries to push Crafton. Gave him a shot there. Crafton back to the inside of Tyler Hill. More help behind Crafton than what Tyler Hill has on the outside of the racetrack. He gained the lead off of turn 4. Never officially lost the lead because he did lead the last lap, and he'll lead this lap as well. I believe Hill had second at the line on Chastain. In real life, we did see a Thorn Motorsport truck win at Daytona this season. It was Grant Enfinger by a nose over Jordan Anderson. And we have seen some not only great races, but really close finishes in recent years in the Truck Series at this track. We had an epic one in the playoff race in Season 1 in the Truck Series as well. Look at them fanning out now. 3 wide all of a sudden. From about 4th on back, they are 3 wide. Chastain almost got to the inside of Crafton. Now they're 3 wide for second. Stuart Friesen leading the outside. Being followed behind by Johnny Sauter. Sauter all of a sudden is trying to get his way into the mix. Hill transitions to the top now, down the back straightaway. Trying to get back to the bottom, but Chastain was there. So Crafton again trying to control the lines. Three wide again for second. Here comes Stuart Friesen all the way on the top. Crafton had to go up and block it. Seemed like Crafton had decent single run speed, single truck speed, but look at that run. Now it's Austin Hill pushing the 52 of Stuart Friesen all of a sudden. Good job by Crafton checking the lane on the outside, down the back straightaway. Up the middle goes Ben Rhodes. Definitely seen a plethora of Thor Motorsport trucks up towards the front of the field today. Off of turn 4. Oh no, Crafton tried to block Chastain on the bottom of the track, and he about turned him. Crafton still leads the lap at the line, but Ross Chastain now regains it, pulls up in front of Crafton and clears him. And here comes Spencer Boyd to the bottom of the racetrack all of a sudden. Crafton trying to give Chastain a shot. Huge bump trap there, but it's going to be Boyd who is able to clear Chastain. Jennifer Jo Cobb all of a sudden inside the top 5 now. Crafton back down to the bottom. Wow, Friesen followed him down there as Chastain gets hung out to dry. Now he's got Jennifer Jo Cobb pulling up in front of him. Spencer Boyd leading in the race. He did win the race at Talladega last season, so he knows how to work these super speedway race tracks in the truck series as well. Crafton's got no help on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh man, now that's about the 4th or 5th time he has about gotten turned. Whether it's trying to make a block or somebody just tries to flat out bump draft him from behind and they don't hit him square. He just jerks the race truck one way or another. Now the outside lane starting to prevail, at least through the tri-oval. Big run by Crafton. Crafton trying to lead the inside lane. Oh, he's not going to be able to clear Jennifer Jo Cobb on the top, but here comes Friesen on the bottom. Friesen going to give Crafton a shot. Spencer Boyd sees that, starts to pull out of line back down to the bottom. And now Jennifer Jo Cobb's got little to no help on the outside, at least right to her back bumper. Spencer Boyd doing a nice job trying to control the lines now. Big run though by Crafton off of turn 4, back to the inside. Big side draft. And Crafton leads the lap at the line. Another lead change. 13 to go in stage 2. And he's going to be able to clear Boyd into turn 1. Crafton back at the front of the field, followed by Friesen, Greenfield, Boyd, and Creed rounds out the top 5. Now Jennifer Jo Cobb moves into the top 5 there on the outside lane. And that's going to give the 20 truck a big run there. Up the middle goes Sheldon Creed. What a run up the middle after being pushed by the 68 of Greenfield. They're 3 wide again back behind Crafton. Seen a great race so far tonight. Friesen now back to the inside. He'll lead the lap by inches. Crafton tried to get to the bottom in front of Tanner Gray. Said he's going to get pushed in that middle lane by the 2 truck of Sheldon Creed. Oh, and that loosened him up. He's still able to stay in front of Creed after all. So hard to hold on to the lead with the big runs these trucks have been getting tonight. You didn't see that so much in stage 1, but here in stage 2, as the track champ cools, as this race carries on into the nighttime, and the handling of that 88 truck is not there. He just slid up the track right behind Friesen, still gets to the inside of Friesen and Tanner Gray, and they're 3 wide now through the tri-oval. Oh, and he gets tight again. A little door check on the 15. That is not what you want to see when you're going 3 wide in the tri-oval at Daytona at 190 miles an hour in these pickup trucks, but nevertheless, they made it one way or another. Only one caution tonight. That was the caution that brought stage 1 to an end early. Crafton back to the inside of Greenfield. Not a lot of help for both trucks right now at the front of the field, but as they slow each other down with a little side drafting action, here comes the 4 of Raphael Lassard for KBM. Greenfield leading laps with 10 to go in the stage now. Again, Ankrum won stage 1 in case you guys had missed it or just tuning in. Also, for those of you guys tuning in, please subscribe if you're new to the channel or are not already subscribed. We got daily NASCAR content such as these full race NASCAR video game live streams with a realistic broadcast. Something different I like to bring to the channel.
Still there. Hold your line. Got one outside. Careful, still there.
Greenfield still able to hold on to the lead. Crafton gets the big runs, and he pulls to the inside or outside depending what point he can get to or what side of the truck he can get to in the lead truck, but he's had a lot of problems trying to clear that truck without help here tonight. Now he gets the help from Jordan Anderson, and Crafton again back to the lead. Brian O'Born, welcome to the stream. Should have been Tanner Gray. It's a little late on that one, but again, we are running Crafton for this season because of the fan vote we had at the start of the race also. But don't worry, if you did miss it, we'll be running the Xfinity Series race at Daytona tomorrow. For the first race of that championship mode, we'll keep Speed Weeks going, and you guys will get to vote who I will use for that Xfinity Series season as well. Cup Series, already have Ryan Blaney. Now in the trucks, Crafton, but again, another fan vote tomorrow for the Xfinity Series. This is the 2020 schedule. The regular 2020 schedule, not the COVID schedule. Yeah, I only saw one pick for Natalie Decker. We actually had two for Jennifer Jo Cobb, but we had four for Crafton, and that was the lead pack. We had one for a couple other guys like Creed and Chastain. I think Sauter had one too. Moffitt. Oh boy. Jordan Anderson to the lead. Zane Smith to second. Crafton falls back now to third. And just 6 laps to go at the line this time by. We had 4 laps to go at the timing of the caution in the last stage, so if we get under 5 laps to go in a stage, then if a caution comes out, that stage would be over. Anderson leads. Crafton did finish second in stage 1 by a nose to Ankrum at the timing of the yellow. Ankrum was barely ahead. Crafton to the inside of Jordan Anderson. Anderson's got little to no help on the outside lane. Smith in line behind Crafton. That's going to help him clear Anderson now down the back straightaway. And now Smith lets go. Jesse Little in line behind Zane Smith. Might be able to give Matt Crafton a big push here before long. So Crafton leads late in stage 2, just 5 laps to go in this second stage at the start-finish line. Can he hold on? Man, Smith had a big run. Anderson trying to check the outside with a side draft there. He's still going to need some help right behind him if he's going to want to make a run for Crafton. Not sure on what time I'm streaming tomorrow, Jackson. All depends on what time I get home from work. I got home earlier today than what I have recently, but that's because I was at that point in time where I wasn't going to be able to get a full 9 holes of golf in after work today because I got off of work too late, so therefore I got home about a half hour earlier. But so yeah, no guaranteed start time for tomorrow. Four laps to go at the line this time. We do have one truck out of the race. Not sure who it is. It was whoever crashed at the end of stage 1 that brought the stage to an end. And Crafton needs to block whatever lane he can. Here comes Jordan Anderson on the outside. He wants to win stage 2. Anderson all by himself with no help, but he can't clear Crafton without the help. Oh man, Crafton about got turned by Zane Smith down the back straightaway. Smith did not bump draft and clear enough Big side draft there by Crafton. Back down to the bottom now to block Jesse Little. They're 3 wide for second place through 3 and 4. Everybody wants to win stage 2. 3 to go at the line. Look at this. Are they even going to make it back to that green and white checkered flag? Anderson getting another run on the top side of the racetrack. They started to, at least, until they got into the center of the corner. Big block on the top. Crafton is trying to block for his life. There might have been contact between Anderson and Zane Smith. All the way down to the bottom, just barely holding off Jesse Little. Crafton's doing everything he can to win the stage and get that first playoff point of the year. Assuming he obviously can make it to the playoffs to be able to use that point. Anderson again with a run on the top. Blocked off. 2 laps to go at the line. 5 more miles of racing before the end of stage 2. Anderson falls back enough. Dean Smith went up to that upper lane on the top trying to get the help from Anderson, and Stuart Friesen up the middle. Friesen's now. Oh no, he struggled to try and clear Zane Smith as those outer 2 lanes check up off of turn 2. Angelo Ruck now up to 3rd all of a sudden. Little tries to make the move to the outside, getting pushed by the 00 of Ruck. Wasn't able to get there. Jesse Little trying to do what he can to win the stage perhaps. Now on the bottom lane, it's Mike Harmon in the 74 with a big run on the inside. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage 2, this time by Rugg with a big side draft on Jesse Little in that middle lane. How have they not wrecked? Going 3 by 3 for the entirety of the last 5 to 6 laps of the stage. Can Crafton hold on? Not only to his race truck, but to the blocks as well. Down the back straightaway, half a lap to go. Ooh, Harmon almost got to the inside of Crafton. He was getting pushed by the 99 of Rhodes. Caution's out again. Caution is out for the 2nd time tonight. Right before we got back to that green-white checkered flag under green. But Crafton was in the lead at the time of the yellow, so Matt Crafton will win stage 2. That is the first stage win of the year for Matt Crafton in the opening race of the season. So Ankrum wins stage 1, Crafton wins stage 2. Second set of tires going on the race truck now. There we go. It has definitely been an intense night of action, to say the least. Jesse Little wins the race off of pit road. So Little going to win the race off pit road. The green flag is going to be back in the air, and we'll see. Crafton was able to lead the outside on the restart the last time. We'll see what he can do here this time. Oh, he almost was able to clear Jesse Little. Crafton just kind of pulled away from the help behind him for a quick moment there. Look at that. Crafton with the restart on the outside. He clears the bottom. Final stage of the race. We have just over 50 to go. So we're almost halfway home here tonight. Matt Crafton leads. And he'll lead the first lap of stage 3. The first green flag lap, that is. And they cannot make it on fuel the rest of the way, so we will have at least one more pit stop before the end of the race. Mike Harmon with a big run on the top all of a sudden. Getting help from Ben Rhodes in the 99. Jesse Little now in the 97, helping out Crafton on the bottom. Oh no, there's a big push, and he got into the side of the 74 of Mike Harmon. Angelo Ruck just about got into the side of the 22 there of Austin Wayne Self. Oh, and now Crafton gets split 3 wide. He's stuck in the middle. Gotta be careful. This is where you can see the big one. Oh, Stuart Friesen moves into the side of Crafton, sends him into the wall. I should say Crafton got sent into the truck to the outside of him, and that truck got into the wall, not Crafton. He's just not getting pushed squarely enough by these guys behind him, and his truck is out of shape right now as well at the beginning of the stage. He falls back to 7th. He has a huge run all of a sudden as he works to the outside down the back straightaway. What a move. Crafton down to the inside of Friesen, hanging him out. Crafton gained about 3 spots in about a half a lap. Just a ginormous run. Oh, and he's in the wall. He lost a ton of ground after getting into the wall. Just got really tight off of turn 4, and that truck just did not turn at all. Handling issues for Matt Crafton right now. Well, contact to the inside. Jennifer Jo Cobb tried to side draft him in the center of the corner. That wasn't clean. Welcome back there, Ray.
Still there? You got room. You're clear. Careful. Still there.
Crafton was all over the back of Friesen, but had to come off of him and move back down to the bottom. He's got a big run out of the back of Fogelman in the 0-2. Yep, this is stages again, Ray. 53 to go. It's the final stage of the race. A 60-lap stage to the finish. Ben Rhodes leading the way. That 99 truck. Everybody trying to get that accordion draft down the back straightaway. Crafton just gets to the inside of Fogelman though. Crafton back up to 3rd. Fogelman back to 4th. Fogelman drops in line now behind Crafton. I see you in the chat, Ray. I'm not going to say your full name every single time just simply because it's long. Try to save my breath there a little bit. Caution's out again. 3rd caution of the race tonight. All for incident. Gustine and John Hunter Nemechek, by the way, were the first 2 cautions of the race. They are both done for the night. Looks like Ankrum and Angela Ruck at the rear of the lead lap will pit here. So not sure who brought out this 3rd caution of the race. Nobody can make it on field at the end here, so Crafton will stay out as well as most of the beginning of the field. Oh, definitely Cup Series a lot more than Truck and Xfinity. I watch every single Cup race, never miss it, but Xfinity and Truck, I watch when I can, but I don't make it a priority like I do with the Cup Series. And green flag back in the air. Ace, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. It does bring another competitive team into the Cup Series, and after losing Levine Family Racing, well, losing a couple smaller teams, but Levine Family Racing was a decent team because of their affiliation with Joe Gibbs. So it's nice to see another team in general, you know, kind of fill that gap that Toyota's losing out, so to speak. So You're oh man, it looked like they were going to go 4 wide behind us there for a second. That was not going to work, I can guarantee you that. We haven't seen any 4 wide tonight, but I don't know with these trucks that we could make it 4 wide either. Man, Harmon really pushed Ben Rhodes out there quite a ways. Indeed, we are just past halfway. 48 laps to go already in the race tonight. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see, though, how that team develops going forward. I did see it's a multi-year deal for what they signed Bubba Wallace with, so multi-year, obviously 2 or more. We don't know the exact contract length, but we know it'll be for 2021 and 2022 at least. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they'll be. Speed-wise, I think they'll actually be pretty fast right out of the gate. The equipment. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it works out. I think it's definitely good for the sport to get a popular public figure like Michael Jordan within the sport owning a team, and if it works out successfully, that's going to be huge, no matter who the driver is. And on top of the driver being Bubba Wallace, that makes it even bigger. So hopefully it pans out for everybody over there, because at that team, that'll be pretty cool. Tim Lambert, welcome to the stream. Congrats on over 500 subs. Yep, we've been over it about a month or so now, but thanks, of course, as always. And again, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Because again, we do these on the daily, these full race live streams with a realistic broadcast, so. Haley Deegan might drive Richard Petty 43. Yeah, that's not going to happen this year. I honestly think Daniel Suarez is going to the 43. I'm really confident with Suarez going there. No matter who drives that car, it's going to be somebody that brings in a lot of funding. And Suarez has the experience and the funding. Deegan might have the funding, but she doesn't have the experience, so there's no way she's going to the Cup Series. I don't think Brian would even let her go to Brian Deegan let her go to the Cup Series that quickly. She's definitely not ready for it. She hasn't even driven a truck or Xfinity race in her career yet, so that definitely likely wasn't going to be the case. Rhodes leads, but the Thor Motorsport trucks at the front of the field are side by side for the lead. Oh, Austin Hill goes to the top all of a sudden. Looked like he was going to go to the bottom. Oh, man, and Crampton about clipped his teammate. That didn't look very pretty. Tried to go up there and side draft him, and he got into him right on the left rear all of a sudden. And slowed them both down. Ethan, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure how to say your last name, so I'll skip out on it for now. But if you want to pronounce it for me in the chat, that way I know for next time. But welcome to the stream. We've seen Austin Hill at the front of the field periodically tonight. It'll be interesting to see what he can do going forward. Ben Rhodes has led the majority of the laps in Stage 3 so far. And Thor Motorsports has had a lot of trucks come and go throughout the course of the field. Crafton's been the most consistent one, winning Stage 2, finishing second in Stage 1. Oh man, Crafton got really tight. But then the 99 of Rhodes got loose, and the help from Austin Hill behind Crafton is going to get Crafton to the lead easily off of turn 4 after all. So another lead change at the line, swapping between the 99 and the 88 for Thor Motorsports, but at least they got one of the trucks still up at the front of the field. Definitely been a fun night of racing so far, and a great way to kick off Speed Weeks here on NASCAR Heat 5 for the final time on Heat 5. And this is the final set of seasons for this game, second of which as well. Man, Rhodes had too big of a run there. Crafton could not block his teammate. End of the race. He would have attempted no matter what, but at this point in the race, he could not. And he got a good push there again from Austin Hill at the line. Oh, man, that was close. I couldn't even tell who led that lap. I want to say Enfinger still got it, but Crafton might have. We'll alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race tonight. Ben Rhodes getting another big run on the outside all of a sudden. But again, it's Austin Hill trying to help out the inside right in line. I don't really watch MotoGP, but I give those guys a heck of a lot of respect for what they do. I mean, you want to talk about putting your life on the line every single time you get on one of those things going that fast, man. Those guys are definitely wild. So by inches, it looked like Crafton was ahead of Ben Rhodes at the time of the caution. That is the fourth caution of the race, and still just outside the pit window. Barely, but we are outside the pit window. Clay Greenfield's gonna hit pit road here, and we'll get to see Matt Crafton lead on the restart. Exactly there, Ethan. That is exactly why NASCAR races are long. And NASCAR races are not 4 hours. All right, a lot of people that don't watch it enough or don't watch it at all are like, oh, all they do is drive in circles for, 4 or 5 hours. That's an exaggeration, whether they mean it or not. Most races typically take 2.5 to 3 hours. Most races. 500-mile races, those are usually closer to your 3.5 hour at the longest. The only race that takes anywhere close to 4 hours from start to finish, like not the coverage time, but the actual, drop of the green flag to the checker flag, is usually 2.5 to 3 hours. But again, the only race that even takes remotely that long is the Coke 600. And if there's barely any cautions in the Coke 600, they can get that race done in 3.5 hours. It's just the last handful of years, it seems like it's been not necessarily a wreck fest, but they've been getting a lot of cautions in those races over the last handful of years, and that's why it seems like it's long every year, or longer than usual. And the stage racing doesn't help it either, but. Oh man, Crafton lost the bottom there for a moment. Tanner Gray. Oh no! Heavy contact between the 16 and the 88. Look at all the ground that Crafton lost after the contact. Falls all the way back to 8th. He's going to have to work his way back up again. You got to figure too, though, F1 races don't have to be as long. There's never any comers or goers. And typically, your fastest cars are going to come from qualifying. You very rarely see, even over the course of a year, well, any season regardless, you very rarely see drivers that say even qualify outside the top 3 win the race. It does happen, but very rarely. So as they get kind of strung out and it's hard to pass and they can't really pass, whether it's rules or just the actual track of the cars, whatever that they race on, they don't need a long race. Why NASCAR races are longer, you do see a lot more action from comers and goers throughout the course of the race. Or if the races were too short, I don't know, it's like the races in F1 don't need to be long, just simply because you kind of have a good idea of who the faster car is and who the winner should be by the end of the race. That's just my opinion on it, but Whoa, whoa. Looked at the chat a little too much there. Almost passed Moffitt below the double yellow line. Crafton is beating on that back bumper the 23 truck of Moffitt. I'm not sure what the latest update for NASCAR Heat 5 was. I saw that and it was installed when I started it, and I didn't get a chance to see. They usually send out like a note of what the update had, and I didn't read it, but I didn't like actually see anything, at least from the start. Oh, whoa, whoa! Crafty got loose off into turn 3. Good save on the bottom of the track. Luckily, nobody was to the outside of him, because that could have been dangerous. More so than what it already was. Johnny Sauter gives him another quick little shot there and gets him back going in the right direction again. Aiden Rowland, welcome to the stream. Now Crafton back up to 4th, passing Austin Hill. Raphael Lassard back inside the top 3. Jennifer Jo Cobb up to 2nd. We've seen her up towards the front. I don't think she's led a lap yet, though. Tanner Gray looks to the outside there for a quick moment. Bush with a big side draft on Raphael Lassard down the back straightaway. Jennifer Jo Cobb looking to stay to the outside for a moment. And as Crafton has to fall back in line behind Lassard, Cobb still hasn't gotten back down in front of Lassard. And now the Ford truck of Lassard, no, never mind. It looked like for a minute there he was going to be able to get to the inside. Couldn't quite finish it off.
Stay low, stay low.
Oh, contact. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Ray. I didn't put NASCAR the game. I just said oh no, I just put NASCAR video games on there because we're branching out into different games, so I didn't want to be specific in the description as far as like what game I'm currently playing. I usually keep the descriptions the same from video to video. I did change it up a little bit though, but no, I didn't put one specific game in. So here is Jennifer Jo Cobb at the front of the field, followed by Matt Crafton. She's worked her way up to the front. First time she is leading laps today. And her and Crafton are starting to pull away just a little bit. 30 laps to go at Daytona and the Nextera Energy 250. Still one more pit stop the rest of the way for everybody. I think all but 4 drivers did not pit yet in the stage under those first 2 cautions of the stage, so a large amount of drivers will be pitting at 15 laps. Lassard giving Crafton a huge push. Off of turn 4, Crafton staying in the draft of Jennifer Jo Cobb through the tri-oval, looking high. Run stalled out as soon as he looked high, although Lassard did go up there as well, a little further back of where Crafton's at right now, and here comes Raphael Lassard. Closing back into the back bumper of the 88 of Crafton. Yeah, I definitely prefer short tracks for sure. Bristol's always been my favorite track since I was a little kid. If anybody ever gets the opportunity to go to Bristol, it's well worth it. I was there for the All-Star race this year, and I definitely want to go back for the night race at some point. I would have went this year, but with going to Talladega a couple weeks after, financially it would have been alright, but actually getting the time off of work those couple weeks consecutively wasn't going to be able to happen, so. I'd rather prefer short tracks, but I mean, honestly, all NASCAR racing of the tracks they have on the schedule, Pocono, where strategy is more into play than the on-track actual product. I think it's a good change of pace to have within the sport. I wouldn't necessarily go there twice. I'd rather go there once, but it does change it up when you go to tracks like Indy and Pocono for sure. And there is still skill in the drivers to get around the track. Just not really a lot of passing, but that's all right. Wow, Jennifer Jo Cobb really pulled away. Slow lap truck up to the outside of Josh Ryu, moves way off the pace, and he about got turned by the 4 of Lassard. Crafton goes up the middle looking for the lead all of a sudden, getting pushed by Lassard. Just about turned Ryu in front of the field there. Crafton, Jennifer Jo Cobb side by side for the lead at Daytona. Another push coming this time from Moffitt at the line. Cobb leads the lap, but Crafton works the outside and he's able to get to the lead. Working the outside lane. We've seen him take the lead on the outside multiple times today. That lane is definitely there. We've seen other trucks do it as well throughout the course of the night. And now they're starting to branch out as we get later into this race. Just 25 to go at the line this time by. We're getting down to business here in this one. They are 3 wide for second all of a sudden. Moffitt with a big run of that third lane on the outside. Getting pushed by Raphael Lassard. Moffitt will take the lead at the line. We'll alternate through the different camera angles one final time in the race here tonight. That is Sheldon Creed trying to give the shot to Crafton. Lassard tried to pull down in front of the 88, he couldn't. Moffitt, on the other hand, was able to. Lassard stuck on the top side. Crafton can't quite clear him, though, off of turn 2. Lassard is still there, trying to side draft off that right rear corner panel. Crafton to the back bumper of Moffitt now. Through turns 3 and 4. How do I think Johnson will fare in IndyCar? I don't think he's going to really compete for a win. There might be a rare occasion where he might compete for the win, kind of like he has in the Cup Series the last couple years. There's a rare occasion where late in the race he finds himself up towards the front. I think that would be the case for Johnson. Well, there's roughly 20 races in an IndyCar season, maybe a little less, but it's only part-time as well, because he's only running the road course races. I would like to see him run the Indy 500 once, but yeah, I think he'll fare decent, but I don't see him winning a race. And that's the main reason he is doing the road course races, just because it's a lot safer compared to the... I mean, no open wheel racing's safe by any means, but it's a lot safer to run road courses than what it is ovals. Although you can get up to a high speed at times, it's nowhere near the consistency, and you're not as close together either on road courses and open wheel compared to what you are on ovals, because drafting isn't as big of a factor. 22 to go as Crafton leads at Daytona in the season opener for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. Ben Rhodes back looking towards the front again. He led a lot of laps at the beginning of this final stage. Ben Rhodes on the outside trying to get alongside his teammate of Crafton. Oh, Crafton bobbles off of turn 2. Goes back up to the top and back down to the bottom there. Kind of checked the outside lane. They started to get a big run. Ben Rhodes, nice side draft there in the center of the corner. Then gets away from Crafton. Trying not to let Crafton side draft him back, but Rhodes was not able to clear the 88 truck to the inside. He is still there. Definitely been some good racing here today. And I have a feeling this is going to come down to a wild finish to this race. Oh, Lassard lets go of Crafton. That outside is more in tune with one another than what the inside lane is, but Crafton still holding strong on the bottom. This is so close. Oh, he got a little loose. Up the middle goes Lassard, getting pushed by the 2 truck there of Sheldon Creed. What a move by Raphael Lassard. Crafton got loose on the bottom of the racetrack. He went up the middle to take it 3 wide for the lead. They're still side by side up there. Crafton lost a handful of positions. Fell back to about 7th or 8th. But now he's got a big run on the bottom. Creed still on the back bumper and pushing Raphael Lassard to the lead. The rookie in KBM equipment trying to get to the lead once again today. First time in a while. Lap truck, or sorry, no, that's Tyler Hill. I don't think he is a lap truck. No, he is not. He's in 5th. Looked like Rayum there for a second. And I know Rayum's a lap down. We're going to stick with the normal camera now to the end of the race. Just 19 laps to go at Daytona. With Lassard and the Ford truck in the lead. Sheldon Creed in 2nd, getting shuffled out of line now by Crafton, who is in 3rd. But Crafton can't quite make the move to the inside of Creed. They're side by side, meanwhile, for 4th. Tyler Hill on the inside lane. On the outside, it is Crafton's teammate, Ben Rhodes. Crafton with a big move now to the bottom. He gets underneath Creed into turn 3 that time. Lassard getting way out ahead of the pack as Crafton has moved back up to 2nd. 18 to go this time by. Lassard doesn't want to get that far ahead of the pack. Tyler Burback, welcome to the stream. Billy Kramer, also welcome. Just in time for the finish of the race. Crafton just trying to get that big run in the draft. He's trying to do it himself. Tyler Hill's got a lot of damage to the front of that race truck. How he is in 3rd is beyond my imagination, but he is up there nonetheless, so Crafton might have to make this move himself on Lassard. He's got the run. Looks to the inside off of turn 4. Lassard is there. Crafton through the tri-oval, stays right on that back bumper of the Ford truck, trying not to let him go. And when will the green flag pit stops happen? We have 4 trucks that can stay out a little bit longer. Crafton and a lot of the field going to have to come to pit road really soon. A lot of trucks on that inside lane right now. Tyler Hill to the back bumper, the 88 of Crafton all of a sudden. Crafton at least staying out this time, and actually it looks like everybody stayed out of the pits that time. So stretching it at least one more lap, waiting to see if we get a caution. We have not had the big one today, but we have had 4 single truck incidents. Tyler Hill gets to the outside of Crafton now for 2nd place. He saw Lassard up there. He figured, hey, maybe I could make a move on the top to get around him. And here comes the 18 truck all of a sudden of Christian Eckes, who we have not seen up at the front virtually all day. He is trying to get up to the lead. Lassard down to the bottom of the track. Crafton will be coming to pit road this time. Oh, and he gets shuffled out of line. And he's able to get back down to the bottom, almost kind of forcing his way down there, and now he's going to try to outbrake the 4 of Lassard onto pit road. Got to make sure he doesn't speed. There was no practice, so there was no way to practice the pit stops, but no speeding penalty there, and they made it through easily. Right side tires only here for Crafton to try and maybe gain some track position. Full tank of fuel. Going to repair the 1 second of damage he's got on the race truck also. And look at all the trucks that cycled ahead of Crafton coming out of the pits. Oh, Natalie Decker gets into the side of Matt Crafton there. That's going to stall Crafton's speed out. A lot of guys took fuel only there, and that kind of hurt. Crafton took right sides only just to make sure that right front tire was going to make it to the end of the race. They're getting really spaced apart. They're 3 wide trying to get up to speed here. They got to get formed up quickly, and somehow or another, Austin Wayne self picked up a ton of damage. Crafton in the back bumper now of the 34 of Jason White with the 3 of Jordan Anderson behind him. And we'll see if we can get a big pack formed together before the end of the race. White is blocking Crafton. There's a single file line, so they are getting formed together quickly. And just 14 to go, and a lot of trucks coming out of the pits here. Oh no, oh, trouble! Oh man, Sheldon Creed got sideways going into turn 1, trying to get up to speed, and he saved it somehow, but there was a big wheel hop out of the right rear as Crafton is broken away from that mini pack. But now he's about to get held. Jordan Anderson is coming, but most importantly, his teammate Grant Enfinger on the bottom of the track. I'm not sure who hit Sheldon Creed, but somebody hit him pretty hard. And now the Thor Motorsport teammates going to try to work together of Crafton and Enfinger to work their way to the front if we stay green to the end of the race. There is enough laps if given the opportunity and if they stay connected. And Jordan Anderson has joined this pack as well. It's a 3-truck train now, trying to pull themselves to the front to get the really old-fashioned super speedway racing going on here, where everybody's strung out and speed matters more than anything else. At least to try to help you out. Crafton started to pull Enfinger slightly, and a lot of these trucks ahead of Crafton and these guys are not in a pack. They are strung out. They are not together. Crafton did kind of pull Enfinger a little bit, and that just goes to show, though, Crafton does have single truck speed. Here today, he has showcased it a couple times. He just can't seem to pass the truck with the clean air at the front of the field in single car speed. He is sitting in 13th right now, but I believe 4 trucks have not pit yet as well. Not sure off the top of my head who exactly they are, but remember, 4 trucks were able to pit within those 2 cautions. Mari P, welcome to the stream. Oh, Crafton got loose into the corner. Crafton's going to need a lot more help than what he's getting there from Grant Enfinger. They're going to want to get there. Yep. We do have stages for this season. You can see that big pack up at the front of the field here, getting a little bit closer. And a large part of that, of why even just this 3-truck pack is able to close in on those guys, because they're side by side. They're not staying organized. But you can't blame them because we're coming to 10 laps to go this time by. You can't afford to stay organized. And will we stay green to the end of the race? We've had 4 cautions all day. We have not had the big one. And we are coming to 10 laps to go at Daytona in the Truck Series. And there is a 4 truck pack just ahead of this 3 truck pack as well. If they can get organized, 7 trucks is way faster than 3. Can't count them out of it yet. Crafton about 32.5 seconds off the lead, but again, that is simply because there are 4 trucks that have not pit yet, at least. Enfinger just not able to stay on the back bumper of his teammate. Nine to go. Oh man, there's a truck I believe that just came out of the pits up here. That's going to stall the pack out. Crafton, those guys back behind him kind of checked up. This'll, or I should say Enfinger and Anderson kind of checked up there. Crafton's going to move his way up to 9th. And there's still at least one more truck, at least, that has not pit yet. That's going to gain Crafton a little bit more time. And now he gets Tyler Ankrum to his back bumper. And Ankrum has a fast truck, but has not been towards the front in a while. He did win stage 1 and looked fast at the beginning of the race. And this might be the guy that Crafton needs in line behind him. Single truck of Moffitt all by himself. He's going to get eaten alive by this pack here. 8 to go. Yeah, I do agree, though. COTA is more of an open wheel track. I never realized why there was so much hype for COTA in the Cup Series, other than the main factor is just the fans there. They could get a ton of fans there for sure. Located within 3 major cities in Texas. But I just don't think it's a stock car track. I think for the first couple of years, they'll put on decent to good races because it's a new track and drivers have to adjust. Once they get adjusted after 3-4 years, I don't think you're going to see great racing at that road course specifically. That's just my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see how long they're going to actually stick with going to COTA. So there's a 5 truck train on the outside there, and there's 1 truck all by himself up ahead. So that'll be 6 trucks ahead of Crafton. There are still at least 2 more. And remember, Crafton took right side tires only, so he might have a little bit more grip in his race truck compared to a lot of other drivers. And you can see Ankrum has pushed Crafton so far right now. Told you guys it was still feasible to see Crafton get to the front. He has caught the back of the pack now. Crafton with a big run after catching the pack. They're 3 by 3 through the trial. Oh man, Crafton got a little loose there. What a move by Matt Crafton. Up the middle, now to the back bumper of Angela Ruck. Back down to the bottom in front of Eckes. Up to 6th. This pack needs to get organized quickly though. Angelo Ruck kind of getting a little bit of a draft off of Rafael Assard way out in front there. So the field is broken up more and more. 5 laps to go this time by. And we still have at least 1 truck. At least 1 truck that has not pit yet, trying to survive on fuel to the end of the race. I believe it's Clay Greenfield if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. There's a tandem up there between Angelo Ruck and Rafael Assard, and they are starting to pull away from this pack with Crafton and Eckes side by side. Another tandem on the bottom of the track as Reum will get to the back bumper of Crafton. Tyler Ankrum is also pushing Reum, but Reum has a decent amount of damage. I don't think he's going to be able to stay there. But look at Crafton showing the single truck speed again to the bottom of the racetrack underneath both Angelo Ruck Rafael Assard, the tire advantage, 2 tires, is also helping out as he moves his way up to 3rd. Greenfield has not pit. 4 laps to go. When will he pit if he can't make it to the end on fuel? And Stuart Friesen, 3 seconds ahead of the pack. Ankrum all of a sudden has gotten back to 4th. Can Friesen hang on? This pack can't stay organized, but still the pack is a lot quicker than one single truck. Ankrum has locked bumpers again with Crafton. 2 of arguably the fastest trucks all day long are working together. They need to. And they are catching Friesen in a hurry. They gained a half a second down the back straightaway alone, and they are coming to 3 laps to go this time. Jackson, welcome back just in time for the finish. Clay Greenfield with 3 to go, though, still leads the race no matter where Friesen is at right now. Greenfield is in the lead. He's got about a 33.5 second lead back to Stuart Friesen. Greenfield trying to make it on fumes to the end of the race. And will we stay green to the finish? Crafton's going to have the tire advantage if he has to make a race-winning move here. That's going to help with grip. As far as overall speed goes, not going to make much of a difference there, but here we go. Oh, they have caught Friesen big time. There's still 2 to go this time by. Big run. Greenfield has still not hit pit road. Will he make it to the end? Crafton with the big run to the inside of Friesen. Matt Crafton is up to 2nd place. Will Greenfield make it to the end on fuel? Friesen and Ankrum working together. Crafton's getting way ahead of where Friesen and Ankrum are on the racetrack. Ankrum now all of a sudden looks to the inside of Friesen. He hangs him out. Left side tire starting to get a little worn out on truck, but Matt Crafton's truck. And is Greenfield going to make it to the end? He has no drafting help, so that's going to be a little harder on him. Oh boy. Going to have to watch that interval. 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air. This is looking very similar to the NASCAR Thunder 04 when Harvick won the 500 on fumes. We brought it home 2nd with Greg Biffle, but here Matt Crafton in 2nd. He's got Ankrum right behind him. Ankrum probably going to wait till off of turn 4 to make a move for 2nd. Clay Greenfield trying to pull off the upset on fumes and outsmart the field. He was the only driver to come to pit road under that last caution. Back with 38 laps to go. And Clay Greenfield has more than made it by this point. Clay Greenfield has won at Daytona in the Truck Series. Crafton 2nd, Ankrum 3rd, Angelo Ruck up to 4th place, and I believe Stuart Friesen in 5th. Unbelievable. Clay Greenfield pulls off the upset on fuel mileage at Daytona tonight. The only driver that did not have to make a pit stop at the end of the race. That was unbelievable. 4 cautions total today. Again, Greenfield with the win. Your 2 stage winners. 2nd and 3rd. Crafton finished 2nd. He won stage 2. Ankrum, who won stage 1, finished 3rd. They were probably the 2 fastest trucks in the field today. Angelo Ruck 4th. Stuart Friesen rounds out the top 5. Christian Eck is 6th. Rafael Assard 7th. Natalie Decker 8th. Jordan Anderson 9th. And Spencer Boyd rounds out the top 10. Here in this one, we still had a half set of tires left at the end of the race, but needless to say, not like we necessarily needed it. There was nothing we could have done to catch up to Clay Greenfield at that point. Hindsight would have said to pit under the last caution, but I didn't even think he could make it to the end, but he did nonetheless. Again, 4 single truck incidents, no big one tonight either. And just 2 trucks DNF'd, Gus Dean and John Hunter Nemechek. 26 drivers finished on the lead lap today. Points leader after race 1, Matt Crafton. He scored the most stage points today and finished second. Got 1 playoff point to his credit there. Greenfield is in the playoffs, assuming he can finish in the top 20 in points with that win. So just like that, there is a look at your top 10 in the point standings. After race 1, Crafton had the fastest lap today, 47.326. 24 laps led today for Crafton. He led the most laps out of this 100-lap race. After starting at the back, he was able to work his way up to finishing in second. And Josh Rune got the tough break today. Started on the pole, led laps early. Looked fast until he got a lot of damage to the front of the race truck. He ended up finishing 2 laps down in 30th, well off the pace of the rest of the field. So that is going to do it here in this one. Thanks for everybody tuning in as usual here tonight. Hit that subscribe button down below for more daily NASCAR content. If you are not already subscribed, we got daily full race live streams such as these for NASCAR Heat 5. We got a Thunder 04 series that just got started last week as well. So more on that once I get the internet upgraded, so that way we won't have any more stall outs with that in the middle of the stream. And we have realistic broadcasts with those full length races. So that is going to be it here today. Thanks for everybody again that watched here tonight. Also hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Speed Weeks continues at Daytona. NASCAR Xfinity Series action. We'll have another race there. Daytona for NASCAR Heat 5 to round out Speed Weeks for the final season in each of these 3 top tier series in NASCAR. So again, that is it here for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.